slaughter. Oh, homicide. If you fucking with me, oh, and I
Want the smoke? Who want the smoke? Who want the who? Want the who? Want the smoke? Who want the smoke? Who want the smoke? Who want the who? Want the who? Want the smoke?
I hear shots coming on the low from hoes I'm hiding. This attention is so flattering cause they admiring. Don't know what's on their mind, but it should be with timing. If the AARP or this AR gets the firing. They don't want smoke with me. The diamonds is choking me. They pussy need puffery. These bitches is 0-3, and they in the lower league, all in my ovaries. The fur on my shoulder mix. Tell me what hoe would think. I get the money. I am the king of New York, and I rockin' saw and weave. I run it, I relay the wig. They talking, I'm taking it in. I did not come here to make new friends. To burn the bridge and I'm making amends. They don't want none. I say it again. They don't want none. I pray for their sins.
Hot boxing in the whip. I don't even smoke, but we do want the smoke.
Oh, hey, it's amazing what happens when you actually connect your microphone to the shits. Just saying. little, little tippity tap tap tap. It's there. Good evening. Welcome to the OZone. No kidding. Well, the original purpose of this stream was to talk about my first time doing stand-up comedy live, which did happen. Oh, sounds quiet. Let's fix that. Uno momento. That should be better. Tell me if that's not better. Yeah, Ario, I'm sure muted was better for that portion. But no, talk about my first experience doing stand up comedy, and that shit was badass. It was badass. I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed because I took a tripod to set up to do a actual video recording, and which I was going to post. That way, everybody could just like roast or just give critiques. And the fucking tripod broke, right? But then one of my coworkers was there that was not on the clock, and I was like, "Hey, bro, I need you to be the cameraman and record this shit." And guess what this motherfucker did? He took like 50 goddamn pictures. He took 50 like fucking goddamn pictures and didn't record shit. So I'm a little peeved this evening. I'm a little peeved. um, but I did I met two cool motherfuckers that are actually going to come on to our channel and chop some shit up. But I will tell you, I will give you my version from my perspective of what happened tonight. And Nate jumped in and said, do it live with us." So you know what? That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I think I could do that. I think I have enough drinks that I can do it without a literal crowd in front of me. Let me have another drink. Yep. Mm-hmm. Andrew, yeah, I let him know that he fucked up. Yeah, so I'll do the I'll do the set. It'll be a little. I think it'll be a little more abbreviated because there's not a crowd that like there's nobody talking or talking shit because in between like I would talk shit to people. But yeah, Andrew, I definitely let the coworker know that he done fucked up. He done fucked up. But I'm going back next week, and so I'll give you the bit, and I'll tell you why I'm going to revise it a little bit. uh, because I did press um I did press some buttons, but I did it on purpose to see how far I could go to offend people or without offending people, and I definitely offended people. Um, but the first part is well, it started out weird because they called my name, you know, to go up and do it, and before I could get to the stage, a guy that sometimes hosts the events, it was his birthday and he was fucking drunk. He jumped up there and started doing a bit or a routine, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna go piss. I'm gonna go take a piss." Why he does his shit. So that was a little weird. And then they sung "Happy Birthday," and then I came up after that. So that it was weird for my first time doing it. But yeah, um, yeah, I had some what would the Christians say? I had some not tribulations. God damn it, I can't remember the words aren't coming to my brain right now that I want. But yeah, so the start of it is, and you know what, I had background music, so I need some background music here, and then I'll be able to do it because I had that live, and that definitely helps. Let's go with I don't even know what the fuck this is. This is all StreamYard, not my shit. Oh, no, no, that's not cool. That's not really the mood I'm looking for either, but that'll work. Um, yeah, so, after getting dissed by the birthday boy, I get brought on stage, and now, you have to understand the way the crowd was positioned. So normally in the comedy club and every other show or even open mic that I've been part of, everybody gathers to the front. Everybody gathers to the front. This particular show, for whatever fucking reason, there was a bunch of people there. Uh, they were, like, congregating in the back, and there wasn't very many people in, the front section. So, uh, so I got up and I was like, "Okay, I understand I have to play with the crowd." So, I got up, I was like, "Oh, okay, so I see that, we're now doing the reverse thing." Like, I'm 40 years old, and when I was, growing up, all the cool kids, they 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 sat in the back. The ones, the ones that they didn't really know anything, they were ignorant, they're just badasses, and they made really dumb decisions. They sat in the back, and the really smart people sat in the front. But I realize now that, with COVID and vaccines, that now the really smart people sit in the back because those that have not been vaccinated and probably can spread COVID are sitting in the front. So congratulations, dumbasses, for sitting up front. Um, so that don't get started. And I was like, but this is my first time doing, any type of, stand-up comedy. So I'm really hoping that this goes better than the first time I ever had sex. And I'm encouraged because I've officially now lasted longer in this bit than I did, my first time having sex. So that's encouraging. And then my new friend, Ken Hamlet, which is a stand-up comedian. He told me doing stand-up comedy is, or it feels like doing heroin or having sex, which immediately piqued my interest because I I enjoy heroin, and I love fucking. So as long as I'm on stage now, we're going to do heroin and fuck together. So congratulations, we're in this together now. Um, I do want to say that I'm now, uh, double vax. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm not really worried about, not really worried about COVID, and I know a lot of people get crushed and get smashed because they're not taking the vaccine. They're not, they're not doing the thing. And I don't really give a fuck. I don't really give a shit. It's like, I prefer you stay home and stay the fuck out of my way and other people's way and save their lives. But I don't give a fuck. You live in America, make your decision. I really don't give a shit, unless you're a Christian. And if you're a Christian, then I do have a problem with that because of your reasons on why you're not taking the vaccination. And it's mainly because you say Jesus saves. So we need to test this hypothesis. We need we need to test this hypothesis. So I want you to go to, I-69, the highway here in Fort Wayne, and, stand in front of oncoming traffic and scream at the top of your lungs, or just whisper. Doesn't really matter to me. Jesus saves, and see if he saves you. I want to know if that happens. I want to know if he actually saves you. And now, actually, the more I'm thinking about this, do us all a favor. Don't do the oncoming traffic thing. Walk across all four parts of the highway. Just walk across it. And what I want you to do is I want you to take your happy ass, your God loving ass, and I want you to do exactly what that ancient book tells you to do and walk by faith and not by sight and walk through that highway and tell me where you end up. And I think you'll end up. And I think what most of us hope, where most of us hope you end up, is in the nearest morgue. But I didn't say that out loud. I did not say that out loud. Um, that didn't happen. And then the last one, just to make this a family friendly event. All of a sudden, I have a really sassy 6-year-old daughter. Her name is Betty, and she tends to find ways around chores and finds ways to create shortcuts or workarounds. And her siblings had told me about a workaround she had created. And I was like, man, for a 5 or 6 year old, that's fucking ingenious. So then her little happy ass fucking finally comes downstairs. And I said, Betty, like, why did you do that? What made you do that? That's pretty clever of you to do that. What made you decide to do that to complete your chores? And without missing a beat, Betty, being the sassy little 6-year-old girl that she is, uh, dead stare, blank, no smile, no anything, uh, looked me and stared me dead in the eye and said, "Dad, it's because I'm a bad bitch." And then I gave my sign off. I was out. So where I lost them, because in Fort Wayne, Indiana, this is the city of churches. I lost them at the essentially telling Christians to go jump in front of traffic. That's where I lost them. That's where I lost them. But it was like literally, I had the whole, like I had the entire audience engaged until I got to that point of closing the joke, and they're like, "Oh, you just told me to go jump in front of traffic. You told me to go jump in front of traffic. Fuck you. Fuck you." And Andrew, yes, my daughter is far funnier than I will ever be. I have way more jokes about her. I'm keeping in the back pocket. I'm keeping them in the back pocket. But you know what I can say. I can stop that fucking goddamn music now. What I can say is, I did the damn thing. I did the damn thing, and I just don't, I just don't know a lot of people that go fucking on stage and do that shit. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm full of myself, tell me I'm full of myself. I just don't know many people that go up there and be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. I think I'm gonna be good at it," and they never do it. Yes, I was definitely muted, but I was because I was reading and I had to cough. Um Yeah, and I don't remember, I don't remember what point I said it, but I did take a quick jab, at the crowd, at the end of my, atheist jokes, and I was like, "Oh, I I don't see you motherfuckers up here behind the mic." It's always really easy to sit back in that little chair and critique and not get behind the mic. But, that um oh, Andrew, I'm sorry, if I was muted on that part, I apologize. So on my hand, I had, you can't really see it now because 'cause I've washed my hands so many times, it's starting to fade away, but, I had the different, like, segments or breaking points in my bit or, whatever routine. That way, if I did lose my place, I could just, like I was looking at the microphone, I could look at my hand. Um, but I intentionally pressed the envelope and pressed all the buttons when it came to the religious shit with traffic and all that, and, um, and I can even agree with, Andrew said, I've heard that so many times before. Um, I mean, I've heard that or shit like that many times before, but I wanted to press all of the buttons the first time when it comes to, atheism and lack of God belief because I am in a city that they call the city of churches. I wanted to see how far I could go, and I definitely went too far. I definitely went too far tonight because and I did it strategically. So I did all that. I pressed all the buttons, then came back around to more of a I'm a father of four. This is my daughter, and tried to warm it back up. And I did that on purpose. That was on purpose. Uh, Even doing that, I still lost them. And that's cool. It was my first fucking time. It was my first fucking time doing it. I definitely lost them. I now know that I have to be more strategical, in that approach, uh, but oh, man, and, hold on, let me read some of these comments, and I'll throw some out to you guys. You guys give me your opinion. Uh, oh, REO, yeah. I'll watch and/or, listen if you get, open mic shit, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, this is true, right? This is true, right? And, I know for me, like, I was, the number one compliment that I got from everyone is they said, "Oh, we could tell you've been on stage before. We can tell you've been in front of an audience before, because as soon as you walked up to the mic, it was game time, and, you didn't have to do the dancing or um, anything like that. But what Jim is saying is true for those that maybe it's your first time doing it, or you're trying to get into it. Um, yeah, it's anybody and everybody can be a victim to the first time massacre. Yeah, authenticity is probably the most important. But um, and I love this. Everybody bombs, bro. Everybody, and I actually had a line. I had a line ready for if I just absolutely fucking bombed. If I absolutely fucking bombed, and I was gonna say, you know what? I used to want to be a rapper, so I'm used to shooting blanks and dropping bombs. Just go fucking ask your mom. Anyhow, um, mm, mm, mm. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I got to get this fucking goddamn cat out of my. Give me 1 second. All right, my bad. No, it's not my fucking cat. Fucking hate cats. Fucking hate cats. Um, a good point. Pasta Mike's in the building. The Pasta Mine next week. One of the best. Yes, absolutely. Dave, watch this guy. His crowd work is amazing. Yes, yes, yes. He can insult the audience, yet make them like him. One of the greatest. Take notes. Yep. 100%. I've actually already scheduled to be in his last show. Um, and it's so and what I do appreciate, what I do appreciate about Dave and others like Dave is their ability to do crowd work and it be funny and fucking hilarious. But they're not punching down at people, right? They're not punching down. Um, that's so important. And well, I'll just say I don't give a fuck. I work there, but this is my my channel, my platform. I'm allowed to say this shit. Uh, um, we just had what the fuck is his name? Chris Titus. I think that's his name. Um, Chris Titus. Just this last weekend, and he was a fucking ass. He was a fucking ass. We had more people. We had more people kicked out of the club that weekend, last weekend, because of him and the way he talks to people or at people, than we have the entire fucking time we've been hosting shows. Because he doesn't understand that it's not about trying to humiliate people. It's not about trying to humiliate people. It's about having fun. And he was just a condescending, uh, uh, um, a negative piece of shit, man. He was a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. And I won't even talk about the other shit because the other shit would be more internal working. So I won't go there. But as far as his public display, um, it was just constant derogatory demeaning, negative, nasty shit. And then as soon as he fucked with somebody in the crowd that wasn't about to take his shit, and they were like, "Fuck you," and they knew he was being demeaning or derogatory, and they were like, "Fuck you." He had them he had them escorted out. Like, "Hey, security, get rid of old boy." Oh, okay, okay. I see what time it is. You you want to talk all that shit. You want to talk all that shit until a dude's like, "Fuck you, bro. Who the fuck are you?" And then it's like, "Oh, then you want to disappear?" Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not the way that shit works, bro. Nope. Um, yeah, yeah, T jump. Yes, some might answer your question, but yeah, the so what had happened was I took a tripod so I could record it on my own and not worry about anybody else. And my fucking tripod busted like like fucking in half, and I had to throw it away. And then one of my coworkers that was not on the clock was there, and I was like, "Hey, you like you're do the camera work, do the camera work." Uh, um, and I guess camera work to them meant just take 50 fucking pictures. So I have all the pictures that demonstrates that I did the thing, but I don't have video. But that'll come next week. That'll come next week. I'm gonna do it again next Wednesday. I'll change up the bit a little bit now. Now that I know how sensitive the Christians are here in Fort Wayne, not that I shouldn't have already known that, but now that I know how sensitive these motherfuckers are, uh, I will change the bit up. Change the bit up a little bit. Maybe I'll just talk about fat people instead of Christians. That was actually my original thought, and I was like, "Well, we'll go this route, see how it goes." There's just too many. There's just too many fucking Christians in this fucking city um, to make sense of it. Um, but I had fun. I had I had fun. I literally had a blast, and as many times I've been in front of crowds, doing hip hop or playing drums in the rock band I was in. Like and I've been like even when I rapped, I've been in way in front of way fucking bigger crowds, like significantly larger crowds. Um, Tonight was fun, and I can say you know my new friend uh Ken, he hit it on the head, man. As soon as you deliver a joke and people start laughing, it's like doing heroin or having sex or getting high, whatever it is. It literally feels like, oh shit, oh shit. It does, and I had no idea what he meant by that when he and I talked the first time. Um, but that's that real shit. That That's that real shit. He was not playing. He was not playing when he said that. Um, and when I gave those first 2 bits, and that was one of them, and people were already laughing, that's what carried me through people hating that carried me through people hating the religious joke, was the fact that they were cracking up, the entire audience was cracking up. Like, it was it was fucking amazing. And then, so I if if I give like a physical, representation of what happened and how I felt. So after, joke 1, I was like, "Oh, this is my first time doing, stand-up comedy, and I'm hoping it goes better than the first time I had sex," and yada, 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 the rest of it. And they already start cracking up. And then I hit the second one, and I'm like, "I'm the king of the world. Fuck you, Kevin Hart. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm here." Right? We all know this bullshit. But, "Fuck you. I'm here." Then by the time we get done with the religious shit, I'm like, um, yeah, my name's Oz, and I'll maybe see you next week. Oh man, yeah, it was quite the climax and then anti-climax, all at the same goddamn fucking time. Whoo! Yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say to it's not really anything to do with this, but several of the comedians that I've met along the way here the last 6 weeks now, yeah, 6 weeks. I have 3 or 4 of them that I'm trying to get together dates, and if Pasta Mike is still here, I definitely want to make sure he's involved in this. But um, we we're designing and putting together what we're going to call roast mania. Roast mania. Okay, never mind. Um, well, it'll be good times, good times, good times. Yeah, especially with, with the ones I've been chopping up with. They're fucking hilarious, and I think out of the 3 or 4 that I've been talking to, all of them but one are atheists, and and one of them's like, "Eh, eh, 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 eh." They're trying to figure out what's going on. They don't know what's going on. Um, and T jump. No, we're gonna have another tournament. I actually have the belt somewhere, but no, we're gonna have another tournament. Aside from better. I just for those who don't know, I think most people know. I lost my mom in whatever fucking month it was, August or what the fuck ever, and I signed my divorce papers here in 2 fucking days. I signed divorce papers in 2 days. I like it's the last 6 months of my life have been a fucking shit show. It's been a shit show. It's been like Desert Storm. Um, but we'll get all this shit together. Mm, 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 mm. Yep. I may have just I just realized I may have dropped some bombs that a lot of people didn't know about. My bad. I did not mean to do that. It's become so normal and become so normal in my life. I forget I haven't really told everyone about it yet. But yeah, Mrs. Oz is not Mrs. Oz anymore. I guess that's done. Love y'all. And that got awkward real quick. All right. Anybody anybody have questions about the comedy shit? Even though I don't have a fucking video to fucking show, assholes. I will have a video next week. I don't give a fuck. Mm, 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 mm. Cool, cool. All right. Well, yeah, that's my review without video evidence of how it went. But I feel like I'm being pretty honest, and knowing that I pressed too many buttons. I definitely went too far with the, hey Christians, go jump in the fucking traffic, go jump in the fucking traffic and scream, Jesus saves. Like, you know, I went for shock value, and knowing full well it probably wasn't going to go well, but I wanted to see how far I could or couldn't go. Um, in that because there's a few other like state or regional comedy clubs that I'm gonna start going to, and I want to see what the reception looks or sounds like. Um, yeah, it was fun, man. I had a fucking blast tonight, and if you've ever considered, I'll say I'll just say this for every just the normal motherfucker. If you've ever considered going to an open mic, a comedy stand-up open mic, just fucking do it. It literally is a blast. It's a fucking blast. I had, like, even though my bit was like 4 or 5 minutes long, something like that. Um, it was like I had so much fucking fun. Like, do that thing. Do that thing. If that's something that you've always wondered about or you've been curious about, am I good at it or whatever, you don't know until you do it. You don't know. You don't know until you do it. And I remember there was There was a dude that told me, like, I always wrote, like, I was always a writer when it came to hip hop. Like, I was always writing shit. And he was talking about doing freestyles and battles and yada yada yada. And I was like, dude, I just don't know. I don't know. That's not my thing. I don't do that. Yada yada. He was like, you don't know, bro. You don't know till you actually fucking do it. And I remember the first time I actually did it, like freestyle battle, and I got fucking crushed. I got fucking crushed and annihilated. But I had so much fucking fun. Like, I remember it was like I got my I got my ass beat. I got my ass beat in this freestyle battle. I got my ass beat, but I walked away like, "That was fucking fun, man." Like, that was that was the shit. I wanna do that again. I wanna do that again. Even if I get my ass beat again, I wanna do that shit again. And I got better and better and better and better and better. Um, because I fell in love with it. I fucking fell in love with it. Um, T-Jump, Mr. Biscuit, no. But if he's down with the freestyle, I need to know Mr. Biscuit because I'm all about I'm all about the two piece and a biscuit. I need a two piece and a biscuit. Um, z- um, T-Jump, yeah. Post that shit. Post that shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if before we log off, let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my camera off for 1 second just so I can grab my phone. All right. I thought T Jump had thought he had a wrench. Mm. Let's see what the homie Bar's doing right now. Let's see what Bar's talking about. Cause he been evading the motherfucker for a minute. He's live, Shane. He's live. Oh shit! If he's live, I'm gonna talk shit right now. Right now. No, the only I see my dumbass is live, and then I see Amy live. Um. Oh. Okay. You ask. Um. No, I'm saying I'm about to text his ass. So I already texted him, said, "You available?" Now I'm texting him, "I'm live. You wanna battle, bro?" He don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. And unless there's somebody else in the chat, is anybody else in the chat want to freestyle? We can freestyle. Okay. I just I don't do it by myself because it gets boring. Just doing like one person fucking freestyle. I think Shane Bilowitz wants to freestyle. Thank you, T Jump, and thank you, Randolph, for posting that. Oh, God damn it. Nate, go to bed. The, the only party you're crashing now is the nighttime party for your kids. Like, go to fucking bed. I did win, Pasta. I did win. But, the only thing Bar may win in a rap battle is mm, 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 mm. He's great at keeping beat, but that's about it. You know what? See, this is where, and I know Pasta does it on purpose because he's fucking fucking Jim McMahon. Yes, Jim McMahon. But you know what? Fuck, we're talking about comedy tonight. We'll do this thing. We'll do this little thing. Aria was not the machine gun kill you. Shit. Uno momento. Uno momento. Mami, lo più tempo. Uno momento. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, shut the fuck up. Pause. Shut the fuck up. All right, there you go. I posted the link to the stream, so if you wanna come in here and, battle, I got beats for days. I got beats for days. I got beats for days. Beats for days. But while we're waiting, it's probably time for a drink. And Shane the Skeptic, actually, that is incorrect. I've found a way to eliminate the delay. So if you want to come in here and freestyle, come get that work. Come get that work. All I'm hearing is excuses. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I'm hearing. Uh, and more positive news is it sounds like Post Malone's new album is coming out either this weekend or next weekend. So that's good news. Fuck you to all the haters. Shane said, I didn't. What happened was, what happened was, I didn't say I wanted to. That's what had happened. Andrew says, when you limit to freestyle, you limit participants. Not many people can do off the cuff shit. All right, so if you have written shit, I will destroy your written shit freestyle. So bring on your written shit. I'll be right here. I'll be I'll be on that. I'll be on that grip tonight. That grip tonight. Mm, mm. I'll give it. I'm even giving my boy Bar a few because sometimes it takes him like 10 minutes to respond to shit. Um, Trying to give him time to possibly respond. That's a good point. Anybody know how to get a hold of Kyle Brewer? I'll fuck with him. I'll fuck with him. I'm about to message Kyle right now. Like, where you at, bruh? Where you at, bruh? Where you at, bruh? Yeah, first of all, Bar takes for fucking ever to respond. But I just sent a message to Kyle Brewer. Said, "You done been called out, bruh," and send a link. So we'll see what happens. What I don't understand, why is everybody so scared? It's just for fun. Like I talk shit, but it's just for fun. Oh, look who's here. Look who the fuck showed up.
You don't want this smoke. You don't want my smoke. You don't want my smoke. You trying to get my smoke. You don't want my smoke. Who got that smoke?
Who want that smoke?
Who want that smoke? These my new glasses, bro.
That's sexy.
This sexy right here. This that Pastor Mac right here. Remember Pastor Mac? From the good old days right here.
Yeah, from the old church.
Can I walk with you for a minute? Because sometimes God is above us, beneath us, and sometimes inside of us. Get out of here, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus, Lord.
Oh, God, Lord have mercy.
Lord of mercy. What are you doing, Ozzy? Let's go. Hey, can you give me a little beat if you don't mind? Let me get a little tempo.
Oh, I wasn't expecting somebody to jump on and actually on the rim.
Dude, I want a little. Have you got any reggaeton? Can you go? Give me some reggaeton. I want some Puerto Rico mixed with a little bit of Colombia. Let me get some of that.
This isn't taco salad. What are you
come on. I've been practicing. Come on, gasolina. Give me that gasolina. Remember that track?
Yeah,
you remember that track, dude? You remember that track from back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was going through a little bit of a Latino phase back then. You hear that shit, Oz? Oh, you hear that shit right there?
That's that drink.
That's that drink with them rocks right there, huh? Oh. Hey, fancy Nate coming in here saying that you weren't the champ.
Nate don't know shit.
Nate don't know shit about shit.
He don't know shit. He don't know nothing about nothing.
Hey, Nate and I were critiquing your bit about how you want Christians to walk out into oncoming traffic. Yeah, a little bit. Got to dial that back a little bit, Oz. We got to talk to you about that bit. Got to dial that back a little bit. Got to make sure that it's it's being received as satire or humor. If you're out there with a serious face like Christians, I need you to walk out there into traffic, okay, and get killed. No,
I started with COVID.
If you're Christian, you're going to die. I want you to die. There's cars coming. They're doing about 60. Where's this beat, bro?
All right, here you go. If it'll play it. Why is my shit not playing it?
Dude, you've got COVID-18, and it makes you fuck up anything technical.
Like literally, it should be playing right now.
Here we go. How did John Anthony get in the chat, Oz?
There you go.
Yeah. This one going out to John Anthony and all his agnostic atheist friends. Yeah. Make John Anthony makes his booty clap. He does. He actually does, Oz. He sends me videos of it. Big shout going out to Canadian Catholic. Ozzy, the kamikaze. He tried to do stand-up, but he ended up saying some shit that didn't go down too well. He made some death threats. He blamed the shit on his coworker. His coworker didn't know what he was doing. He was just chilling, trying to get a night off. Oz put him on the clock. Pass a buck. He shifted the burden of proof onto his coworker. His coworker. All right, Oz, let me hear you, bro. Give me something to go off of. Where Jim Majors at? Jim Majors is the only one I know that whooped your ass so far.
Jim ain't whooped nothing.
No, Jim. I think Jim got you, man. That one
No,
day.
no, not even close.
Jim got you, man.
You only said that because of the mustache. You love his mustache.
He didn't even show his mustache that day.
He did on the fucking profile.
Oh, on the profile. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how you got a much better beat.
Well, you go then.
All right. Hold on. Can I get a little bit of snare up in my headphones? Oh.
Yeah, let me get it.
Oh shit. This going out to all the ex-Christians in the room. Some of y'all are still prey by accident at lunch. It's like muscle memory. Your God ain't real. Let's get in the middle of Little Italy. It's Pastor Mike. Looking like the devil who created you. Huh. Shout out to Eddie's wife. What up?
Yo.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Let me turn myself up. Uh-huh. Yeah.
How's Ozzy? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Now I can hear me. Yeah.
How's Ozzy?
Yeah. It's Ozzy. Pastor Mike. Yeah, we don't play nice now. And Jim Majors, so minor, shows up with that mustache. We don't give a fuck about it, bro. Now, take your bullshit education and go back to the dumpster. You and what's his name? Kent Hovind?
He a fake ass Dr. Josh. What?
Who's Dr. Josh? He's a wash. Who the fuck's talking about him? And what you really want? Yeah, but I see Brute Facts Podcast shows up. I didn't even know that. Is that still a podcast?
It's a Hobbit cast.
Oh, yeah. So Eddie shows up with his hobbit hands, hobbit feet, skeet, yeah. And Shane the Skeptic, he hit 1,000 subs last night, but where's Brute Facts? Oh yeah, still in the back. And Nate shows up tonight like, oh hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm here. But guess what? Your channel, your shit, ain't said nothing in like 6 goddamn months.
It's up Lady Late with Nady Nate. A stupid ass Nady Nate name. Who named that shit Nady Nate?
Yeah. He said Lady Late, but he didn't know that Lady Late doesn't mean like 3 years ago. Now you're irrelevant. You don't crash the party, bro.
Shout out to all of Eddie's 16 subs. I see you.
Uh-oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
This where we start to get a bit nasty. We getting nasty with Aunt Kathy. It's not that I can't dance, it's because I got a pistol in my pants.
Oh, and look, we got this chump, T-Jump, jump in the chat talking about he wanna hump all the chairs, I guess. That's fair.
What you talking about, man? What you really want? Jump in the chat. I put the link at the top of the chat. If you want to get added, it's automatic. And guess what? I'll hide you up in the attic where all the rest of the bodies go.
He don't know nothing about nothing.
Blacka, blacka. That's what we do.
It's Ozzy. The kamikaze. Oz is thick like cold peanut butter, yo.
Peanut butter, peanut butter. And don't ask your mama. She'll tell you that she loves to rub it. Rub it.
Bring, who's there? It's T Jump on the phone with Darth Dawkins in the bathtub. What they doing? Oh, they're going scuba diving. They're looking for facts, empirical evidence, up T Jump's rectemidence. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, we got a super chat.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
Monster, full-blown monster. Never even Texas, but he's deep in Austin, Texas.
Mike Pasta, Flambeau. Wait, hold on. Rewind. Mike Pasta, full-blown monster. Not even in Texas, but he's deep in Austin. Right up in that crack.
Right up in that ass.
Uh-oh. This one going out to Nate. Nate.
Nate.
Actually, Oz, can you take like a little bit of the treble out of my headphones for this one?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's that Rick Ross. Oh. Money. Oh. I'm on that 501c, dog. Oh. That's right. Creflo Dollar. Kenny Cope. Benny Hill, Betty Hannes.
Yo, I guess Pastor Mike fell asleep. So let's pick it up, and this is what we do on the streets. Nate, sorry that you're late to the party. Yeah, you have to give up your Bacardi because this is what we do, man.
I'm sorry, man. You're right. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was watching one of them T-Jump debates. That shit is weak. That shit go on and on and on. They call him T-Jump. T-Jump, T-Hump.
And they go on and on, and there's a reason they call him T-Jump, because he jumps from subject to subject, and it doesn't really matter. And that's why they don't really care for him, because he scatters all over the map. And guess what? It doesn't really matter. And I think you know what I'm trying to say is, I don't think he knows his position at all.
Yo, Ozzy. Uh-oh. Oh, this that beat right here.
That's a Nas beat.
I once knew a guy that was 4 foot tall. His name was Eddie, and he couldn't climb a wall.
Well, see, I knew a dude named Eddie, and he had a little dick like spaghetti. And his girl was like, "Are you ready?" And he's like, "Nah, never. I don't know how to get it, 'cause my noodles always like sketty." Yeah, it's pathetic the way we do it, but we turn around the noodle bowl and we pour that shit in and hope that nothing falls out. But guess what happens?
I just want to get it right.
Eddie's noodles They fall out spaghetti out the holes.
Eddie don't want that smoke. That smoky saint.
Nah, Eddie don't want that smoke. And actually, T-Jump will tell him that philosophy that you be bringing, it doesn't really answer questions. So what do you question? What do you reckon, man? So now, lyrically, I'm wrecking everything that you're saying. And what you second guessing? Oh, I forgot. You're like 4'7".
Eddie. He don't go down on his wife. He gotta go up on his wife.
Oh, I didn't know we were going there, but Eddie don't need to know. His wife, she calls me like every single night. She's like, "Oh, Ozzy, you're my kamikaze, and you make me fucking you know what I mean?" I'm your boy. It's your boy.
Oh, Oz, cut it. Let's get the original one and only RAO up in here, bro. Let's get him up in here.
The fucking link's there, bro.
Chicken. Don't make me start Timberland in it. Chicken.
Uh-oh. That's an epic shit.
It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
What the dope rhyme to step to?
I'm coming after people's wives all the time. I steal people's wives. I'm a wife stealer.
I do think it's funny that nobody else has fucking followed the link.
Slits.
Yeah. And your it's just part of talking shit hip hop. It's not real life.
Hey, what's it called? RAO said he's coming in.
Yeah, right. Uh-oh.
Hey, Oz.
Nate said it.
What did Nate say?
Go ahead. What did we say?
No, I was gonna say I'm on my little, earbuds thing, like the iPhone earbuds. I'm on my iPhone. There is a difference when I used to do this with the proper setup. The proper setup's way better.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, Nate said, Conor McGregor. Yeah. Hey, to see you later. That's what I say. And fuck you. I'm like Zach Morris, AC Slater. See you later, bitch. Get thee behind me, Satan. You don't want this shit. Nah, not ever. Now call me Outcast. Big boy. Yeah, I'm the big boy, big beard. Oh, I'm the white boy, Rick Ross. That's what the fuck I do.
Slits.
Cause y'all don't know how to click on a link. And fuck your slits and your sluts and your slots. Whether you bring it or not, it doesn't really matter why. because I chase these knots and I do it stupid whether you like it or not. You better back up. You better back up. You don't want to with the homie. Nah, you don't want it with me. Nah, you better bow down and know. You better pray. You better pray for sympathy when you step to this. When you step to this kid, because I'm not sympathetic when you play pathetic.
You better set a cup on that booty.
Pathetic. So pathetic. Yeah. Let's break it down. See, these motherfuckers keep talking about, oh, I'm gonna tap it in. They're wasting all these beats.
Oh shit, Oz. Oh shit, Oz. This reminds me when we were back in that neighborhood of yours, right here.
Oh God, I forgot about this beat.
Oz, this takes me back to when we used to ghost ride the whip together, bro. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ozzy.
Yeah. So, where is your boy? What's his name?
They call him RAO, Speed Wagon, but he ain't got no speed. He's dragging.
RAO. Yeah, I'm lost at words. Where is he? Because the only thing he does is get on my nerves. Does he really want it? Because the link's right there at the top of the screen.
Sometimes when I hear this
and
sound, I dream
trying
of...
to be mean, but it's right there, and there's no bullshit. But if you need me to RAO, I'll step behind this Christian pulpit and give you that bullshit, so you know.
Ozzy, sometimes when I hear this break, I dream of Donna Bajero. Bajero.
Shut up, Bajero.
Yeah, shout out to... I hope she's doing okay. Shout out to Auntie Donna.
Hell yeah. Yep. She's still with us. She's still with us. She's hanging on.
Good. We got Shane the Skeptic's birthday coming up, Ozzy.
Oh yeah, he told me. Oh shit. Yeah. Shout out, Shane the Skeptic.
Shout out to Shane the Skeptic.
Happy birthday and happy 1K.
Your boy about to be 24.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Where's your boy? He's bullshit.
Hold on, Oz. Let's talk about how awesome it would be to be 24 right now.
Bam baby.
Oh, that would be fucking fantastic. Oh shit. Fuck it.
Ario said he's firing up his rig.
He ain't firing up shit.
He said he's firing it up, dude. He said he's getting his rig warmed up.
He's firing up his crack pipe.
Dude, no ad hominems before the rap battle.
Well, I already started it. Pastor Mike.
Hey,
what it's like when I jump on the mic and I destroy these motherfuckers and they look around and like, oh man, play nice.
Slits.
Then they say, let's play these slits. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. This is out of this class. You know part of this class. Now, I'm the teacher. Now I'm the feature. Did you know? I'm your teacher. Pastor Mike, tell him.
I'm gonna come in. Yeah, I want to talk about my boy Abe Lincoln. That's right. He was my favorite guy from history class. That's right. Do you know how tall he was, Oz? He was real tall. If Abe Lincoln was around today, we would all have to pray to my boy Abe Lincoln. He was a ninja. That wasn't written in history, but you know it's true. If he was alive today, he would have an OnlyFans. Jesus is a myth.
Oh, Jesus is a goddamn myth. But we do have a new person with us that's ready to get destroyed.
Slits.
And Slits, I hope you're ready to bring your camera a little closer.
Well, you know I'm the moderator, so let's get I want a fair fight. I want a fair battle.
God damn, I didn't mean to bring your whole fucking goddamn apartment down.
Ario, I want a fair battle. So
yeah, like I'm in my apartment right now. I got about another month till I'm able to put down a deposit, but
bro, I'm just fucking with you. I'm playing.
Well, I'm giving you material because I mean, you know,
you're giving me material. You act like
Ario, you're looking sharp with that beard, bro. I like that, man.
you act like I need you to come on here to give me material. Like we're doing this for fun, bro. Like chill the fuck out.
We do need him. Hey, I need you, Ario. I need you in my life, dude. Okay, let's Ario crank it up, dude. Do you want to give Ario a beat, or have you got your own beat, Ario?
No, I'll take one from him if he's got something a little bit more or a little bit less love song than that last one.
I control the beat. This is my channel. I control the beat.
All right, Oz. Less love song, please.
These are East Coast.
I disconnect from YouTube, then get back on StreamYard. You're still on them Slits. Are you really thinking that hard about something that you can't comprehend? I can't understand it. And you saying that this is all something a battle you're demanding? And Pastor Mike, what the hell you thinking? Talk about it, blinking. You have been blinking since the Titanic was sinking. Man, what the hell? Why am I even here? This guy's on about 3 or 4 too many beers, trying to make some kind of flow out of nothing, all broken. Sounded like it was some kind of chopped and screwed mixed with flowing.
Oh, I got a shout out in there. Nice. Oz. Okay. There was some written word.
There wasn't. I was thinking about the shit that you were saying, and I was doing my best not to have anything written.
That was nice. By the way, Oz, pull the music a second. Want to make note of something. The other day, Shane the Skeptic came into a roast post, and he said he was going to feed me to Ario, and then he got banned from Facebook.
Dude, that is fucked up, man. Like, I got a 30-day ban for something I posted in Normalizing Atheism, and like
that is.
Yeah, but you have to appreciate it's not anything to do with me. Facebook is like algorithm catches you and doesn't know how to differentiate humor from like words. So it's like seeing what they're posting, and it thought that Shane was threatening me.
Right, and I just want to say, like, on behalf of us to Facebook, that ban was wrong, and neither Nate or Pasta Mike and I were the only ones that could have been offended by that, and we took it as it was a roast me page. Turned it up to 11.
Yeah, and the only person that I heard say that they were glad you were banned, Ario, was Dr. Cack, Nate. Nate said, good riddance, and I thought that was wrong, so I banned him for 3 days for saying that.
All right, that's cool.
Good, let's get it, Oz. Come on, let's go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He don't know. He don't know.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Who is this dude showing up thinking that he figured out the Rubik's Cube, but he don't know that he doesn't even own a Rubik's Cube. He been actually playing with his own dick. Yeah, solve that shit. Yeah, drink your drink and think what you think about the shit that you brought to this link, motherfucker. You don't know shit.
No cursing.
Off your earphones and just know that you're now home. I'm Ozzy Kamikaze. This is what you can know as we do this. We call this home. But guess what, bro? You can go. It doesn't really matter. All the chatter you can scatter. All the brain matter on the walls and oh yeah, lean your head to the side and weave. Oh.
Ozzy Kamikaze, because you bombed tonight. I was feeling so bad for you. I didn't want to fight, but you was pressuring and baiting and wanting to do the baiting, and I was sitting here waiting, doing my best to be hesitating, and you coming at me again and again. And right now, I'm punishing you so bad, I feel like it's a sin. And we don't believe in God, so I'm refuting myself. God damn, dude. You look like Santa Claus, but you're more of an elf.
All right, yo. Like, shut the fuck up and listen for a minute. My fucking internet is right in the middle of my shit. Hold on. I want to make this point. My internet paused right when I had. Hold on, I'm gonna do a solo layout.
Oh, that was so funny, dude. I'm sorry.
My internet paused when I had REO like this.
Oh, dude. That was so funny.
REO was about to bust a nut. He was about to bust a nut.
REO, you'll get points taken off if you bust a nut live. Just FYI.
Oh, I saved that for my OnlyFans.
Okay.
He was about to bust a nut.
Oh man, that was hilarious. Because all I heard was you go quiet, Oz, because your internet went out, and REO took that opportunity to just start rapping over you.
Of course, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. It's all good.
Hey, by the way, this just in, I heard that Aunt Jer is the actual mod for all of Facebook, so that's why you guys are banned. So take it up with Aunt Jer in the chat. So one nothing so far to REO. Oz, come on.
No. I destroyed him. Other than my internet.
How are you the judge and one of the rappers? Come on.
It's my goddamn channel. That's why.
REO, you got 1-0 so far, right? So let's get this.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1. I came in.
Oh, 1-1 is fair.
No, just call it 0-0.
1-1 is fine because you did get the first one. You technical difficulty, in fairness to you.
Oh, fuck you, Posse.
Oh, are we just talking about tonight? 2-0. If we're just talking about tonight, 2-0.
2-0 then. Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. Oz, you still got time to come back. You got plenty of time the rest of the night.
Fuck you, Posse.
Come on, dude. Let's not be sour. We're all friends in here.
All right, here you go, REO.
Oh, this is his favorite track too. REO, no smiling before you rap.
I already rapped.
No. He's looking up his written shit.
I haven't written the goddamn thing, and you know I came off the cuff because I was talking about what you were saying exactly as you were saying it. So, I mean, I believe it's your turn, and you might want to rewind and listen to what I said, so you might have a chance.
REO, where's your attorney outfit that you had on? Don't put that on. That's dangerous.
I don't use that for my friends.
Okay. Whoa. What? Fucking pause, asshole. What the fuck just happened?
What happened?
You.
What did I do?
You don't get to talk to him while he's rapping.
Oh, my bad. I thought I was hyping him up. I was his hype man.
No, you were guiding him.
I was trying to help. Come on. There's a little bit of there's a small amount of bias. I'm his manager.
You're about to get muted.
But I am his manager, though. So we're touring right now. So, by the way, you can get our CD live right now on his website. And God damn it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. So we'll start the beat over, and the next time Pasta Mike jumps in the middle of a fucking beat, whether it's RAO or myself, he's getting muted.
Jesus is a myth. Asshole.
Is this a cover of Rocky? You see, you want to sock me? This is a little cocky coming from the jockey. So, why don't you take your little horse and ride back to some place where you can hide next time you make an attack? This is Miyagi-Do next to your fake ass Cobra Kai, but you're looking like what's that one dude's name? I don't remember why. I don't know his. Oh yeah, he wasn't important enough, but it was Stinkray, and that's why you come out of the worst thing in the East Bay.
Slits.
And these slits are all coming back like it's the only thing I got. Like my evidence ain't stacked on top with thought that divides it all together. And you understand it as a whole, but you guys are like still down in this one little hole trying to dig your way out, and you've never been able to do it. And that's why your best bet is jokes and acting like you do it when you post these little memes with the puppet look away and it changes the way the particles behave.
Slits. Battletoads. All right, that's it, Oz. You wrap it up, boss. I'm gonna be honest with you, Oz. That's the bar is really high right now.
No, it's not at all.
You better get on the Eddie Kroom shoulders, bro, because that is high set bar. Let's go.
I actually feel like I just showed up for Kid Rock's funeral. Who is this kid? He put his hair in a ponytail. And I'm like, did he step to the mic like, boom, like, what was that Kid Rock said? Yeah, that's what the fuck he just said. And what I mean is, he didn't make sense. And when you step to me, Ozzy, you better bring the repentance. Yeah, that's your sentence. And just know this. If you're not bringing the repentance, yeah, this is what we're doing, man. I'll chop it up, chop it up. And if you bring it to me, man, just know that I knot it up. And I need ones after ones and hundreds after hundreds. Why? I'm like Wu-Tang. Cash rules everything around me, cream, and guess what? Obviously, I can see your room and where you're living. That's not your dream. Yeah. Y'all on that bullshit. Yeah. But guess what? This is my pulpit. And I'm about to tell you how I do it, man. And this is how I flex. Get at me. Yeah. Now, who's up next, bitch? Bitch. You don't want it. You ain't got
I'm a
the.
work in
You
progress.
ain't
You
got the
work like
spirit. You
Congress.
ain't got
This
the
is why
spirit.
you can't
You ain't
even
got
get
the nuts.
honest because I
You
think
ain't got
about
the nuts.
what you're
You ain't
saying
got the
as you
nuts.
say it,
You
and
ain't
you
got the
can't
nuts. Why
delay
you
it.
talking?
Why are we
Why you
talking over
talking?
each other now?
Why you
This
talking?
isn't
Why
some
you
kind of
talking? Nah, but
debate in the Senate now.
this
Are
is
you
my
acting
time.
like
You
all
keep going,
this
but this is
Mitch
my
McConnell
time.
shit?
Guess what? You and all your rhymes doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. Why?
Slits.
My time. And fuck your slits, your sluts, your slats. Guess what? You ain't about there. You ain't about there. Nah, you ain't about that life. You don't want it with me. Why? I'm the Oz, Ozzy, Kamikaze. You don't want it with me. Why? I'll lay you down.
Oz, I'm gonna throw you a word. You gotta fit it in there. Let's go.
Well,
Enture.
hold on. Lay you down. Let me give you, Ario. Let me help you. I'ma give you a blankie, a little safety blankie, so you can go to bed at night and thank me. You can thank me for all the dreams and the wishes, the eyes, the livers of your dreams. And guess what? In the morning, you know that you creamed.
He wants to give me a blankie so we can commit some sin soon. Well, I'm the little guy, but always got dibs on the big spoon. So, I mean, why homophobia got to be part of this rap? Why can't you talk shit about me without endangering all that we're trying to do? Why can't it be about me instead of these cheap shots that we found in middle school? Gee. And yeah, that was a cheap rhyme, and I'll be the first to admit it because I was trying to make a point more than I was trying to hit it. So I went with a little bit
Oh!
of that
Wah, wah, wah,
generic
wah.
shit. But damn, dude, thanks to you, atheism took a hit.
Wait a minute. Hey, REO, we got Crystal Wilson. I know this young lady is part of your dream team. She says, thanks. I was asleep till you two decided to have a rap battle at 2 in the morning. Please be quieter or reschedule. I'd like to go back to sleep. This is your beautiful young lady. Is she giving you the hard get your ass back to bed thing right here?
Yeah.
Well, look, we will excuse you if you're being summoned.
Bitch.
Fun and games is over.
Well, you know what?
got
You got to respect Crystal. Plus, it's okay to leave when you're on the top. You're winning in points.
Oh my god.
So
and I mean, I'm sure Oz is used to being rescued by girlfriends, but never somebody else's.
that's true. That's a good point. He can
No,
catch up. He can catch up next time. Let's
Well,
be
fiance,
continued.
fiance, I don't want to dig myself any deeper. Good night, y'all.
I just keep it straight.
Thank you, Ario. We love you, bro.
Bitch.
Take care.
Thank you, bro.
Bitch.
Let me get a post interview. So Oz, how do you feel about that ass whooping there, dude? How are you feeling about that?
Right now, like normally I could do the satire stuff really, really well.
Dude, let me tell you though, I love Ario. I love that guy. I really do.
I do too. But after the fact, like when I haven't been drinking and I'm not having like in it and get into the fun, like I can appreciate it. But like in the moment, I'm like, no, he didn't win shit.
No, you and him crack me up, man. I love it. Dude, that video that I've been going through, I've been trying to edit it, and it's just so funny with him trying to explain the slit experiment, and I keep cutting to you and Nate talking about slits. Oz, it's like Hollywood Squares, bro.
Slits and slats and slits.
Hey, can we walk through this opening bit of yours and see if we can work it out? The bit about the Christians. Let's see if we can tweak it. Let's tweak it a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, you're onto something. I think we need to find a way to make it to where they know you're. It's all about them knowing you're joking because you can say crazy shit if they know you're joking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I felt like I did. I felt like I did.
Delivery is what I'm looking for. So the delivery is important. You know.
Yep. And I felt like that, but it was my first time ever doing stand up, so I probably did not do it probably. But so if we start at the top of that bit, I said, okay. I'm at this point. I'm double vaxxed, and that's cool. And if you're not, that's cool too. I just I just hope or wish that if you don't want to take the vaccination, that you would just stay home, like and stay to yourself, and still, if you don't, I don't know if I give a shit. I really don't know.
How's your body language on stage? Because it is different when you're in front of a crowd. Like that picture of you in your thumbnail looks pretty cool. Like the way that picture looks. How you're like you could hand me this in text. You could text it to me. I could read it. It could be dope. The way you're saying it right now, I don't need you to put it like if you're just giving me a quick read, I could be like, oh yeah, I could see that. But then when you do it on stage, that's when you put emphasis on particular parts of the bit and you look at particular people and you could maybe even ask anyone else double vaccinated, what about you, sir, in the front row? You look like you're double vaccinated. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how do you present it when you're on stage?
Well, and remember, I've already made reference to everybody in the back seeming like they're the ones that are vaxxed and the ones that are up front aren't.
Right. Okay. So you did a bit of like crowd acknowledgement.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when I got to that point, it was like, where that fucked me up. Where was that?
So hold on. So according to Aunt Jer's logic here, she said he's literally up on a stage doing a comedy routine in a comedy club. If they don't know he's joking, that's a pathological lack of self-awareness on their part. So apply that logic. That means you can pretty much joke about anything then in any type of demeanor you want, which would be incorrect. You can't. You got to be able to joke about specific things and make sure that it's well read because there's all different kinds of personalities in the audience. I went to see there's a cool comedian called Rory Scovel, if you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
I went to see him. I drove up to South Carolina a couple of years back, and he's not an outward. He's not known for being an atheist. He is an atheist, but he doesn't like. He kind of keeps that under wraps. But occasionally, when he's working out, and what I mean by that is like when he goes to like smaller venues to kind of work material out to see how it's going to go before he does like a big show, he'll practice some stuff and he does a little bit more atheist humor in those parts. But I'm yet to see him do Netflix specials and things with a lot of atheist humor in it. Well, we're in South Carolina, pretty packed out theater, and he starts doing jokes about Christians. Well, I'd say about a quarter of the crowd just got up and just walked out.
Yeah.
And if you apply, Aunt Jer's logic, they should have known better when they bought tickets. But that's not the case. You do have to feel out if you want to be successful. It's kind of happy medium. You have to try and feel out what your audience is like, and obviously your first time, right? That was your first go. That was your first try.
Did you hear the entire bit, like leading up to that?
Yes, and like I said, on paper, I think it probably would be not much you need to tweak. Is how you deliver that punch. The part about the part about there's going to be somebody that walks into traffic. That's the part you got to handle. Make sure that it's received. Delivery is key, I think.
All right, so yeah, if we've already went through that part, so I'll start again. Just so for my ADHD brain, I'm on pace. So, all right. So, I'm double. I'm double vaccinated at this point, and I'm cool with that, and I'm also cool with you if you don't want to take the vaccination. I see a lot of people that really get smashed and hammered for not taking it, and I think that's fucked up, and I really don't give a fuck unless you're a Christian. Unless you're a Christian, if you're a Christian, I do have an issue because of the reasons because you believe that Jesus saves. You believe that Jesus saves. So uh, we need to test that hypothesis. We need to be able to test that, and if we're going to do that, let's just take it to a basic form, and just go out to I-69. It's like right here, right next to us, right next to our club. Go out to I-69 and face oncoming traffic, and either whisper, say, or scream, "Jesus saves," and let's see what happens.
You know what? You could keep it in that dry tone. That could actually be pretty good. And maybe the way you're standing on the stage in the nonchalant type of approach could work, because then you're leading them down a path, and then all of a sudden you go that direction, and it's so absurd and obscure, you might get a shock, the laugh right off the shock of that. That actually could work.
And that's and I actually did. There was there was 2 or 3 people that were like, "Oh, that shit's funny." Uh, um, it was the I think it was the follow up. I think it was the follow up after that that was like, ooh.
Maybe like an awkward pause after you initially drop the, you should walk out onto the traffic, let it sink in a second or whatever for them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, stop. I think I have to stop there because what I did in my bit tonight was I said that, but then I followed up, and and I doubled down. I doubled the fuck down on it.
Like a bit of an overkill type of deal or what?
I definitely, and but I will admit it that I did it on purpose because I wanted to see how far I could go.
Sure. Oh yeah. First time, might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, first time, because nobody's gonna remember that, right? Nobody's gonna remember that other than me. And I said that, and I was like, you know what? Actually, better yet, if that's you, this is what I'm gonna ask you to do.
Well, people might remember it, but people will see you get better too. People will say, "Hey, I remember the first night you were up here. You've come a long way." I think it's a good thing as long as they know it's your first night and you're not like some seasoned comedian.
Yeah, yeah. But I did double the fuck down. I was like, you know what? Better yet, don't do that. What I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to do exactly what the ancient book tells you to do. And I want you to walk your happy ass across the highway. And I want you to do it. And I want you to walk by faith and not by sight.
So you do have a lot of good things in there. In fact, when you were explaining it earlier, Nate and I we were on the phone before your stream started, and then when your stream started, we hung up and we're texting, and we were laughing because I pointed out, I was like, the way he's delivering this is funny to me because I know Oz. I was like, I said, "Tell me you're not angry at Christians with." I think I posted it in the thing too, but I said it to Nate first. But it is funny. I think more people get to know your personality as well. That will help. So you just have to clock up some hours up there, dude.
Yeah, and because when because it was all funny up to that point, and when I doubled down and I was like, you know, to I want you to walk across and do what that good book, that ancient book told you to do, and walk by faith and not by sight. And I want to know where you, like, what happens to you. Um, I'm going to guess that you're going to end up exactly where I want you to end up, and that is in into uh, uh, not obituary,
A morgue.
a morgue, but it
Yeah.
was more specific. The not
I thought you said more. You did say morgue earlier on, but I mean, you might have meant something else.
well, when I was live, I said what is it when they slice their chest up, and my dad's been in the funeral business.
That's an ME's. That's like the medical examiner's office when they're doing a like a autopsy.
Autopsy, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I said live. That's what I said when I was live. I was like, and I think most people, and I will say, I hope you end up in the nearest autopsy room,
Gotcha.
and that's when everybody's like, oh,
Ah, you know, was I gonna tell you too? When I follow ever since you told me where you work, I follow them on Facebook, and the club looks awesome, bro. Well, I saw that Dave Attell's coming next week.
yeah, yep,
Now, I've been a fan of his for probably about 20 years. He's old school. He's what they call a comics comic. Like all the stand-ups, especially the newer stand-ups, they like him. And he used to be on that show, The Insomniac. Do you ever see that show?
Yep.
Probably about 15 years ago, maybe. Maybe.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's kind of in the vein of the things we do, where I wish we were able to do it now. Like go places, film, have an interview, talk shit to people in like truck stops or Waffle House or somewhere, coffee shops. And he's just really good at talking to strangers. And that whole thing where he probably can come out on stage without any material and freestyle off of people in the crowd. That's one of his like sweet spots that he can pull from. I think if you get a chance to speak to him, of what I heard, he's really nice. You could learn a lot.
I will say the one thing that I've been fortunate with or of so far is the ones that are cool, like the comics that are cool. Like I've been able to connect with them. I've been able to connect with them really really easily. And if he's one of them, that's even more badass. But the last two, like they could suck a dick.
Well, don't take it too personally. Some of those guys are just in it they just want to have fame. Just let them move on. But Dave Attell is really good friends with Jeff Ross, who is the Roastmaster General. So,
oh fuck yeah,
they're really good buddies, the two of them. So hopefully you can get some connections or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I definitely don't take any of that shit personally. I know it's all showmanship, but
dude, if your ribs aren't hurting after his stand-up, I'm telling you right now, he is right up your street.
Oh, I'm always game because we get to and that's what I do love this about the company that we work for that does host these things is we do get the opportunity to at least sit in at least one show and you find out really really quick, especially for me being a bartender. You find out really really quick because you do like we get the late shows, the bartenders, we get the late fucking shows, the last shows.
Now, describe what you mean by that. You're working through the shows. You can't really watch it because you're serving the waitresses that take the drinks to the crowd, right? Because the crowd is sitting at tables, right?
Yeah.
And then, so it's hard to you can't like pay attention to the actual show itself. But then at the end of the night, you're no longer a work and you can get out from behind the thing and go and sit and watch the show.
No, shit. I wish it was that easy. The comics usually do 3 nights. And it's usually the last night that the bartenders have the opportunity to catch the show. And it's
But who's bartending is what I meant. So if you're not bartending, you've exchanged with another bartender. You like taking in turns.
yeah, we yeah, at that point we've already communicated as bartenders, like, okay, you get the first one, I get the last one.
I see. Okay, that's cool.
Um,
You're like one of the only dudes there, right? It's like primarily lady bartenders, right?
right now, yeah, yep.
I saw your staff photograph. I'm like, look at Austin right there.
Yeah, it's and we have a blast. Do not get me wrong. We have a blast, but
Well, you have a blast. Let's be honest.
no, we all do.
I'm just kidding.
They'll say they will say the same thing, but we have a blast. But like J Mar is a fucking asshole.
J Bar. Well, you're talking about somebody that's obviously a lot more famous than some of the guys that come in here, and he's an LA guy.
But what I'm saying, these are my experiences.
They didn't want to talk to you. They were like ignorant and rude, right? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm just talking about their behavior at the club in general, not with me.
Okay, what do you mean then?
So like Jamar, like fuck Jamar. So I'll
Yeah, okay, I get it. I get fuck Jamar, but why fuck Jamar?
well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay.
So Jamar. So before I say that, I have to give a shout out to Josh Firestein, and he was the comic that was opening up for Jamar.
He was there. Is he Jay's personal opener? Like goes around the country with him?
No, I don't think so. I think just stop.
Gotcha.
And Josh, before I get to fucking Jay, fucking asshole Mar,
I want to know what your standards are. Go on.
Josh Firestein. I want to make sure that this is known. This dude, I guess, would be considered more of a regional comic. This dude, when before he left town, he was like, I got a dip, but I want to make sure that I take care of you because you took care of me, at the bar. He gave me $40.
Like a tip, like a pre-tip.
Yeah. Like here's this before I dip out, I want to make sure I do this because you took care of me.
Hey, let me make sure we're to the same person. Are you saying like J Mar as in JMAR? Because I don't know who that is. Or are you saying Jay Moore?
Jay Moore, the
famous actor / comedian.
Yes.
That's been in movies with Christopher Walken and all kinds of stuff.
He's a piece of shit.
Okay, no, because Eddie can't spell, and I was just making sure. I was like, does he know something I don't know? Okay, go ahead.
So, Josh had opened up for him and did that and came and was like, man, y'all were fucking awesome, and he handed me $40, and he was like, this is just for helping me. Jay didn't do that shit. What Jay did, and I've already got. I've talked to my bosses, so I'm cool. I have no problem talking about this because they're like, no, that's your shit. That's your platform. You talk all the shit you want.
Right.
Jay. So Josh, the dude that gave me the tip, Josh was still in the middle, like right smack dab in the middle of his bit. And Jay shows up and flops his fucking drunk ass, fucking punk ass down and like into it uh to like a couple chairs, two or three chairs or whatever, like where he could fall and lay down, right, like drunk, like landed.
Hmm.
Cool, you're fucked up, you're a comedian, whatever. That's part of comedy. But then this is where I was like, I already didn't like you. I already didn't like you. Now I fucking can't stand you. Is this dude that's on stage that's busting his ass? He's busting his ass to create and do these things and provide for his family. He doesn't make the money you make, Jay. He doesn't do what you do, Jay. Jay lays drunk as fuck on those chairs or in that booth or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And while Josh is trying to deliver his bit, the entire time, Jay is like, will this guy shut the fuck up? Will this guy shut the fuck up? I could be telling my jokes right now. Will this guy shut the fuck up? And I was like, all right, Jay. Like I already didn't like you, but I'm done with you, bro. I'm done with you. I'm officially done with you. Because here we got to do this out here grinding. He's out here grinding and traveling and trying to drum up money for his family, and you are this entitled, white, privileged, fucking bitch ass fucking white dude. That's what the fuck you are.
Damn, bro. You well, you were there. I weren't, but you gave him a pretty good report card. Now, are you sure that it isn't a dynamic that they? Well, you mentioned. That's why I asked. Is it somebody that they know? Because some comedians have an actual opener that like is with them all the time, and they have a really good relationship, and they know each other. So, therefore, they have like a little, you know, type of bit that they might do or something like that. But if you're saying that you were picking up that that was genuine disrespect and you didn't know him like that, then that's fair. That's not good for him to do. You know, take advantage because you know a lot of famous comics will bump not so famous comics at these open mic nights, especially in the big cities. Not so much in your club because your club wouldn't be classified as one of those places, but like the Comedy Store, places like that in like LA and New York, where those open mic nights happen. Lots of big people there to watch. Like Dane Cook used to do it back in the day. He would because he was famous. He would go in and he would just like cut in front of everybody and just do his bit, and that would be considered disrespectful to other comics, like you mentioned, the ones who are not so famous, not making as much money. So if you saw it that way, that's fair enough. Like I said, you were there. So
No, it's well, but that's the thing. It's not about how I saw it. I know how our club operates.
right.
I know exactly how our club operates, and that was some bitch shit.
Fame can sometimes go to their heads, you think, right?
Oh, Jay's a piece of shit. Jay and we just had what's his name Chris Chris Titus. Chris Titus is a cocksucker. He's a fucking cocksucker.
So he's not a piece of shit. He's an actual cocksucker.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah. And I know that he used to be famous for being like a panel member on the Chelsea Lately show, and obviously he's done stand up for a while, but he's pretty big on Instagram.
He um Let's see. What can I say that would not get me in trouble? Let's say this because this wouldn't matter. This is how pretentious he and his wife are.
His wife was there.
Yeah, and now his wife opens up for him.
Oh, his wife's a comedian too. Okay.
All of a sudden, yeah.
But if they weren't pretentious and cocksuckers, though, that would be okay, though, right? In fairness,
she's not funny at all. She's not funny at all. But he is a cocksucker. This is the one that fucking made me like almost drop to my knees in laughter. And this was like live in person. Like I'm the bartender. This is no longer like I'm watching this is I'm the bartender. This shit's happening. I need this drink. This was for him. I need this wine. Like he was drinking this wine, whatever. And he said, my wife wants and I actually I remember it. My wife wants a double goose tonic on the rocks. Tall glass. Oh, what tall what? What did I say, Pasta?
a tall glass.
Tall what? Tall what?
I think you said tall glass.
Tall glass. Okay. I would have just want to make sure you and everybody else heard that just like I did. So I served both of the drinks exactly as requested. And he goes away and he comes back like I want to say it was like 10-15 minutes. It was a minute. 10-15 minutes later he comes back. He's like, my my wife, she only drinks her goose. She only
He said goose. He said goose.
just,
If he said goose, he's definitely a cocksucker, right?
she only drinks her goose.
Oh, goosey. He was such a goose.
She only drinks her goose from plastic, not glass.
Oh, plastic.
Only from plastic.
Goose will actually kill the interior of plastic. It eats plastic. Silly goose.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You are the first pretentious, white, privileged, fucking goddamn entitled motherfuckers that I've ever heard in my goddamn motherfucking life that has ever told me that you want to drink out of a plastic cup rather than a glass.
Oz, I love you to death, but I do not want to ever order a drink from you, ever. I'd be shit scared. I'd be shit scared if something accidentally went wrong and I had to bring it back to be like, holy fuck. Heaven forbid I had to bring a drink back to Oz.
Fuck you. If it went wrong, fuck you.
Seriously though, I get that he might have been a dick. But that simple transaction right there.
Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's people are saying, well, well, if it was just that, but that's not it. That's not it.
Oz, I need to come work with you, bro. I'm coming up there to work with you, man.
Here's where more of the white privilege kicks in. And I literally want to punch fucking Chris Titus in his nut.
Damn, dude, you got a short fuse.
No, I don't deal with bullshit, bro. I don't deal with bullshit. I don't deal with people that think they're better than people.
I worked in that industry for a long time, and that I used to see that stuff all the time.
And then I love you and I applaud you because I don't deal with it easily, and that's why I'm a bartender and not in security or anything like that, because I'd fucking punch people. But so all that happened, and then after the final show, the late show that night,
Which he did, right? He was the headliner, right?
yeah. So Chris comes up to the bar, and he doesn't say, like, he knows who the bartenders are, and the other bartenders had been sent home at that point. I was the only bartender there. He definitely knows who the fuck I am because I served him and his wife 2 drinks.
Oh, so hold on a second. Can you address the chat real quick? Because Eddie just called you white privilege and an SOB. He called you a hoe too, I think. Yeah, he called you a hoe.
If that's the case, I'll get to it in a minute. I don't want to lose track of this because of what you said earlier. It was like, well, if it's just that, then it's just that, and I would agree. If it was just that, it's just that. But
oh no, Oz, I am somewhat busting your balls. By the way, I have to appreciate that I wasn't there, and I'm sure that there was probably a lot of attitude and stuff that was being tossed at you that I can't appreciate with the you telling me the story. So I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
I know, but for the record, for those listening, I do want to I do want to make this known. This motherfucker, this cocksucker.
Damn, you're brutal, bro.
This cocksucker, Chris Titus, and let it be known, I said it. This cocksucker, what he does is he comes from the green room and comes out to the bar, and he doesn't even acknowledge the bartender. He just walks behind the fucking bar and grabs the bottle of wine he wants and leaves.
Hold on. It does say here that if somebody does that, they are in fact a cocksucker. Yep.
You were, yeah. If you weren't already, you're now officially a cocksucker. Who the fuck do you think you are, bro?
Let's ask Eddie, if you go behind someone's bar at a club that you just invited to be a guest, and you literally take a bottle of wine and ignore, and Oz ain't small, by the way. He's not a small dude, so he actually doesn't really he looks more like security than he does a bartender, I'll tell you that much. You're going to walk by this dude, grab a bottle of wine, and then, hey, take it easy, Oz. And then walk back to the dressing room. Is that a cocksucker move? Eddie, super chat $50. Tell Oz if that's true. Go ahead, Oz. Keep going.
Yeah, you're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker. And I got a big old cock.
He does, guys. He does. I'm telling you right now, it wasn't intentional, but it landed on my leg one time. Oz is thick and veiny.
Sipping down gin and good. Oh boy, where did that go?
As you said, the store I worked at was in an affluent neighborhood and near a university. Plenty of entitled assholes. It sounds like that place we went near in Ohio.
Oh,
was it?
God,
What is
yes.
it? What's it called? Was it called the Lower Strand? What the heck was that place called?
Oh shit. Fuck. Yeah, I know what
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the name
Shit.
of it. God,
It's almost exactly how she just described it. It's like a university, uppity, snobbity. Where's Nate? Nate, where did you go, bro? He lives like 20 minutes from it.
Are you serious? His wife told him to go to bed.
She's asleep.
But
Oh, I know, the short north.
Short North. There you go.
The
Boom.
short north. Boom.
Boom.
The lower scrotum.
Yeah, that's short.
Eddie just said, I will midget ninja ankle bite his girl's ankles. What the hell?
Eddie, I think Eddie's not watching Pornhub anymore.
No, I think he stopped a while back. Hey, Oz, remember when we first met? I always used to tease you and say stuff like, "Dude, this was before I met you. I was like, when I meet you first, I'm taking your ass down to the ground." Remember, I used to say that shit all the time. Well, you know that I was just kidding, right? Because when we actually ended up meeting, we were always cool. We respected each other. I genuinely mean it about Eddie. Like when I meet him, I just want to just kick his ass, like really, like no holds barred. I want to glove up. I don't want to really hurt him with knuckles. I want to glove up. I want to get gloves on. 8 ounce. Sorry, not 8 pound. 8 ounce gloves. And Oz, if you want to come in as ref to make sure that it's no headbutt, because I'm a headbutter. I like to headbutt and stuff. You want to make sure. And apparently he bites, so I definitely don't want any bites.
He just said I watch Pornhub and Shark Week at the same time. So that means he's fantasizing about you and me at the same time.
Well, you're Shark Week for sure. Oh, what else? What else? Let's see what Shane's saying here. I work as a server in a fine dining restaurant on the weekends. I can relate to what that person was doing with Oz, because I see bartenders like Oz all the time. Stupid dickheads. Oh, thanks, Shane Billowitz. That's Shane Billowitz.
Yeah, that's not what his comment.
Oh, I got the. You haven't got StreamYard Plus, the app. It gives you It gives you what they were gonna write, the part that they deleted.
Oh no. That's the new international translation.
It says here, Aunt Jer says, she writes, I always hated when tall, big men would lean over the counter to purposely intimidate me. I'm 4'8", and I have tiny little hands like a T-Rex, and easily intimidated. It was over the top and unnecessary, so I shot 2 of them. They never caught me. Oh, Aunt Jer being very open and admitting a lot today. She's being very forthcoming. Let's see. Doorknob Head says, checking for boobage. I think that's is that like a slang term for cleavage? Let's see. Brute Facts Podcast writes. Oh, is that Oz? Is Brute Facts the podcast with the 8 subscribers that follows you?
Yeah, cocksuckers. Yeah.
So Brute Facts Podcast. Pasta, love you, bro, but I'm gonna fuck you up. Aw. Like when your little brother, even though he's older than me, but like when your little brother's like, I'm gonna kick your ass one day, big bro. And you're like, shut up.
Yeah, bro.
And then you just mush him in the face. And then Shane Billowitz writes, 8-pound gloves. I think you're thinking of bowling balls like Oz's head, the way it looks on his body, that stupid cocksucker. Shane is coming after you tonight, bro.
That's not what that said.
No, I have the different app than you. It literally shows me Shane typed it and then deleted it.
No, Mike. I paid for all of the translations, and that's not what that says.
Well, play it cool. I mean, I know it's embarrassing because Shane hates you, but that's what he's typing. And here comes Aunt Jer with the laughy faces that go side to side, and then a little bit back to normal, and then side to side again. And then Brute Facts remind me again, Oz. Brute Facts Podcast. That's the one that Eddie Kroom does, where he tries to, he's streaming, but he has a hard time interviewing his guests and reading the chat at the same time. It's like he's
it's really where he pretends to believe in a god.
Right. So it says taken out. Oh,
He
taken out the knees first, then your pearly white grill.
yeah,
Period, and then ho. Period.
yeah, Eddie pretends to believe in a god,
Mhm.
for whatever reason, I have no idea. He's super fucking smart, so I don't know why
No, not super. He's a smart guy.
he does. He's in my opinion, a super smart guy.
No, he's like the smartest kid on the short bus.
Okay,
Yeah.
even if it is that super smart guy on the short bus,
Yeah,
but still believes in the equivalent of a Santa Claus.
he does.
I just don't. I don't.
And then he learns all his philosophy to kind of back up his.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, and the philosophies,
Hmm.
all of the actual philosophers will tell him
Yeah.
that philosophy doesn't answer anything or
Yeah.
anything. But yet he still lands on this position, and I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him.
You know, Oz, you missed the call earlier. I FaceTimed the group, and Eddie picked up. And can you believe this guy was having a beautiful family meal? They're eating tacos. He had his granddaughter, and his granddaughter is a little beautiful bundle of joy, by the way. But anyway, they were at their table eating tacos, right? Shane was there. Shane Billowitz was there talking shit about you, by the way, FYI.
Fuck Shane.
Yeah, and we caught Eddie. He answered the phone. He didn't realize he answered the phone, and he was doing that shitty like prayer, like "Thank you, God, for nourishing the food to the nourish," like all that philosophy, and he was doing that rhyming prayer about food nourishing the body bullshit. Can you believe it?
I can't. That's what the fuck Christians do. Dear Lord, bless this nourishment to our
There you
body.
go. That was it. I don't even know it. I never learned that shit. So God is on my side. He's going to help me fuck up past Mike. He told me so. Let me see what else. If Santa Claus doesn't exist, then how do you explain consciousness? Oz.
Do
what else have we got here? Let me see what else we got here. It's men like I described above that have made it so I now never feel safe around any men. Aunt Jur, that's terrible. I honestly do hate if that's true. If that is true, Aunt Jur, that sucks because there are a lot of men that are not like the ones you've described. They may look like it on the outside.
especially Eddie.
Well, Eddie doesn't. You would not be intimidated by Eddie at all. No, you could like grab him by his beard and swing him around. Let me see. Doorknob head. Next time you see a guy like that, I'll tell them, you are the reason women look nervous when I enter an elevator and they are in alone. That'll learn them. No doorknob head. I think that's because you are the guy that eats the burritos before you get in the elevator. Let's see. Thank you, Doorknob Head. I appreciate that. Doorknob Head writes, what the deal with dogs? Do they never run out of farts or what? My dog is a fart machine. Yeah, right after he talked about the elevator, right, Oz?
What the fuck?
Huh?
I don't even know what the fuck to say.
What the fuck? It's 100% true. Well, I hate that for you, Aunt Jura. That sucks. And I know it's easier said than done, but you know, the fact that you've had poor experiences with men is a terrible thing. But I know that not all men are the same. It would take a lot of trust, I'm sure, but they're not all the same. RAO is an example. He is a lovely person. Eddie looks like he knows exactly how much seafood. Oh no, Sudafed. Sorry, need my glasses. How much Sudafed you can legally buy at once? Yes, Eddie does look. Eddie looks like Jesse Pinkman's like little tiny friend that Jesse bullies around, and Jesse Pinkman's actually small.
Is
Hey Oz, I want to make a note of this. Isn't it cool how now this is why Ario is a good guy, and he's also going to keep his lovely lady around for a long time. He comes on the stream earlier, and arguments can be made. Let's just agree to disagree. He demolished you in the rap, right? And then he wakes up his lovely fiance, and she's like, "Get your ass back to bed." In the most passive aggressive way you can by coming in the chat and doing it. And he abides by this, goes back in there, but he is now still in the chat, which is cool. He's appeasing everybody. That's why Ario is awesome. He knows the rules of the road. Okay, here we go, Oz. This is for you, buddy. Brute Fact. Oh, and remind me again, Brute Facts podcast. Where do we know them from? Aren't they do they follow you? Oh, well, I think Oz actually did freeze. Anyway, so
after all the Ario, but all you do is suck Ario's dick.
Dude, he's the Machine Gun Kelly of atheist rap.
Like you love to suck his dick. But go ahead.
It's huge. Have you seen it?
You love.
Look at Ario and tell me he's not the white Snoop Dogg.
You love to suck his dick. But go ahead.
Well, I will every now and again.
No. You love to suck his dick.
Love is a strong word, but
no, you love to suck his dick.
I mean, define love for me. Define it.
You love to suck his dick.
I'm putting this on a soundbite. Okay, here we go. It says, premise 1: If God loved his creation, then his creation would be attractive. Premise 2: His creation is not attractive. Balloon heads, pasta, and Oz. Oh, I think he's saying that we're balloon heads. God, C? Maybe he means premise 3? I don't know. And then God does not exist. That's terrible, Eddie.
What the fuck are you guys even talking about?
I was reading Eddie tried to do like a stupid, I don't even want to call that a syllogism. It was an Eddie-gism.
I know. Yeah. At this point, I have to. We have to wrap it up.
Can we fight Eddie though, Oz, the two of us?
Fuck. I will kick Eddie's. I will kick Eddie's ass with my pinky.
I would love to see it. Oh, I always knew T-Jump and Eddie were like having some kind of romantic relationship. I always knew it. They have like Oz, correct me if I'm wrong, they have like a philosophical, like cyber, epistemological, ontological bum fest.
Here's the thing with Eddie is Eddie doesn't understand the prowess of T-Jump, and T-Jump is will if he hasn't already will envelop one.
And he says, I will take you and pasta at the same time with my both hands behind my back with my pants down.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Bring it.
Eddie hasn't got the guts to.
Uh,
Could you imagine Eddie?
Here I am. I'll take my shirt off.
Oh, you would just. I've seen it, Oz. You would destroy Eddie with your shirt off.
Bring it. I'll go with my shirt off. I'll do the whole thing. I'll do the bus it. You ain't about to bus it.
You know what you got that Eddie doesn't have, Oz? You got that hybrid vigor.
Yeah. He ain't about that life. He ain't about that life.
You don't want that smoke.
Eddie's a fake gag. Look, real knows real. Real knows real. Eddie, that fake. He's that fake gangster.
He's not a real gangster. He's not even from Memphis.
He ain't that real gangster.
He is like Eddie is actually from Arkansas. Like that's where he's from. He ain't from Memphis.
He don't know shit. Like we were on what's the name's podcast?
Smokey Saint.
No, last night or the night before, talking about hip hop, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know shit about Beastie Boys, and oh, I don't know shit about this, and oh, I don't know shit about that. You ain't from the hood.
He don't know nothing about nothing.
You don't know nothing about nothing. You don't sheet.
He don't, bro.
Sheet.
Yeah, you tell him. You know what's the one thing that T Jump and Eddie got in common? They both got crushed by Duff Dawkins.
They got owned. They got owned. They got owned by the one and only, the master of Christian assumption.
Hey, Eddie or Brute Fact. Hey, why does Brute Facts podcast sound so familiar? Isn't it that one channel that's got like the least amount of subs on YouTube? Hey, it says 1 year's pay versus either one-on-one, hands like lightning, and heavy like sandbags. Eddie actually has a hernia. He pulled his left testicle, and one of them hangs extremely low. So he's got a heavy disadvantage there. It's going to throw him off balance. He texted the group earlier. Shane Billowitz will confirm. He showed us.
Yeah. It must be the camera angles. Shane said Oz has 1.5 eyes open right now. I've been awake all night. I was waiting for people to show up to freestyle, but nobody showed up.
Only the one and only winner of the whole night.
No, fuck you. Just say that shit on your channel.
I did. I got a whole video of it on my channel where
say that shit on your.
I do. I got a video. In fact,
no, I know, but don't say that shit on our channel.
On the real though, there is some good. You got some good raps on my channel. They were pre-recorded ones.
Huh?
I got some good raps of yours on my channel. They're the pre-recorded ones you made. You actually made them.
I have very few that I've ever pre-made.
Well, you might not remember what you did. So this was probably April of last year. So I baited you into rapping with RAO, and RAO made raps on his computer and uploaded them to Facebook. So he pre-recorded some. So then at least 3. He did like 3. So then you went and pre-recorded them and uploaded them to Facebook too. And then I had Just Jeff come on a stream and play them for me, Nate, and Just Jeff to critique them.
Oh, no. See, that's what I'm saying. Those were still freestyled. I just, once I freestyled them, I went back and did, I underdubbed them. But that was still freestyle. None of that shit was fucking written.
I didn't say they were written. I said they were recorded, not like live on a stream like this. So you would like the quality was really clean. They sounded really good.
Oh, so what you mean is your bitch doesn't know how to fucking record. That's not my problem. That's not my problem.
No, I was actually giving. I know it's weird because I'm always putting you down, but that time I was giving you props.
I'm just talking shit about.
No, they were pretty good. In fact, Dr. Cac Stevenson's still awarded RAO the championship belt, though.
I anything to do with what Nate says.
Oz Nightbot is a biatch.
Yeah,
Constantly spams.
Nightbot is a fucking dick sometimes.
All right, let me see if I can get this syllogisms good. Okay. 1, if God exists, then Eddie can reach the cookies on the top shelf. 2, Eddie cannot reach the cookies. Conclusion: God does not exist. That's actually very easy and understandable. So so basically, God would have made Eddie taller if he existed. Eddie is the size of a regular prepubescent boy. God must not exist.
And here's what I'll say this, and I'm Pasta's my dude. Pasta's my goddamn motherfucking homie all day, every day of the fucking week.
Yeah, boy.
And fuck what you guys got to say. But I'm just gonna say this, and then Pasta, you can say what you want to say, and we're gonna wrap this up because I do have to go to bed. This whole and I said it in my comic routine tonight for the first time, but I would kind of say it a different way, but reiterate it. The whole COVID thing, this whole COVID thing proves that your God is a motherfucking bitch. Your God, your God is a motherfucking bitch. If he's real, your God is a motherfucking bitch because he hasn't shown up not one goddamn time. Not one goddamn time has he shown up and said, "Hey, I'm here to heal this person of COVID. Here, I'm present. I'm here. I'm ready to take care of COVID and cure everyone of COVID. I'm ready to do that." COVID has demonstrated in 2022 that your God, if you're a Christian, your God is a bitch. He's a bitch. Boom, roasted. Suck my dick.
Okay, well, Oz, that was a very good closing statement. I'm going to do my closing statement. First and foremost, I want to give big ups to, JC. I want to give big ups to the man upstairs. Secondly, if you don't know, T-Jump is responsible for COVID. He was patient zero. So a lot of people don't know. They try to keep it under wraps. They didn't want to know it came out of Minnesota. It did. It's not a Chinese virus. T-Jump started it. He was doing something in his garage that he shouldn't have been doing. And thirdly, everyone in the chat tonight's been awesome, except Shane and Eddie. They can go themselves, okay? Because they're rude and they're a little bit childish, to be fair. Let's be fair. Let's call it like we see it. They're coming across a little bit rude and a little bit childish. So, Oz, mute them.
Yeah, and since Pasta Mike, and again, that's my dude, my homeboy. He tends to be more polite than I am. So I just want to come back down
I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
and make sure that it's perfectly and it's well known that yes, Eddie and you and anybody else that believes in this Yahweh, God, your God's a bitch. You're God's a bitch. And we know he's a bitch because COVID still. And the fact that COVID still exists demonstrates that your God is an incompetent little bitch. He's an incompetent little bitch that can't they can't deal with the things that we deal with just on this little earth. And he supposedly made us in his image, and that sucks.
All right, and I just got to add, I got to piggyback off that. One last thing, Eddie, if anyone from your employment is listening, I'd like them to know you've been laundering money for the past 15 months. We talked about this earlier. And you also have been stealing equipment from your job as well. You've got it all in your house. You keep it in the trailer you keep in the back of your house. So I think it's only fair that they know you've been washing money. Anyway, carry on, us.
Yeah, and all that, and any grown person, any grown adult that still believes in a thing that lives in the sky, a thing that lives in the sky, a thing that lives in the sky. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you. That shouldn't happen as an adult.
Shane told me he's going to leave his family and move to Maryland.
That really doesn't matter. That doesn't really matter. You still can't believe in things in the sky as an adult, and it'd be okay. It's not okay.
Eddie pushed an old lady over on the street the other day. He confessed.
Mike, real quick, just prove my point. If I introduced you to a friend of mine tomorrow, I said, "Hey, Mike, this is my buddy Jake. My buddy Jake, he's cool as shit. Like, he's fucking cool as shit. But he believes in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Like, he believes that shit's really fucking real." What would you say?
Well, dude, you know me. I'm so skeptical. I'd want demonstrable evidence of Jake first. I want to see Jake. I want to, like, who the fuck Jake at? Where's Jake? Let me see Jake though.
Right.
Let's start at Jake first. Then we work our way up to Yahweh.
Right, and that's how ridiculous it is. That's that. And Eddie, I love. I know we're picking on you, but that's where I'm getting. It's how fucking ridiculous it is. Like I'm more prone to do exactly what you just said, Mike. Is, well, I actually need to talk to the motherfucker first.
Eddie is kind of like a deistic, pantheistic type of. He's not. You know, he doesn't believe in the triune, right? Eddie is. I tell you something. I'll agree. He's got a weird ass.
I don't care if you at this point, if you are a Christian and you believe in Yahweh, you're just as guilty as the rest of them. It doesn't matter. It's a fairy tale. It's a fucking fairy tale.
Eddie told me that one verse in Leviticus, though, is he does have that tattooed on his arm.
I don't give a shit.
Eddie's accusing you of giving him a straw man of fallacy attack.
It doesn't matter. It's literally something that you believe. I'm not, and again, Eddie, I'm not just talking about you. I want to make sure that's perfectly clear. But for any adult that believes in this thing, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's a fantasy. It's a fucking fantasy. It's a made up fantasy. There's no evidence. There's no good reason. There's no purpose.
But what if the book said it's true?
It doesn't matter.
But I read it in the book.
The book. Nobody gives a fuck about the book.
But Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John and
Oh,
Paul.
oh yeah,
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Keith told me.
yeah. The one that nobody knows who authored.
But I read all the things though. But I read them.
But I mean, that's cool. But
But what about the minimum facts though? The minimal. What about the minimal facts?
we're gonna get into Gary Haber bullshit.
What about what I'm going to say it, Oz? But what about the platypus? What about that?
No, but I at the end of the day, and that's where, and I know, I want
tell Eddie you love him. Eddie said, "Love you all. Bedtime. No real arguments or substance. Drunk dribbling and straw man. Get educated, homie. Peace."
Oh no, but that is the typical Christian position. That's what they do. Is and I do I love you, Eddie. I appreciate you, but you literally believe in a fabricated.
Let me ask you a clarifying question, Oz, just to make sure. I got to ask a clarifying question because this confuses me though more than it probably does anyone else. So Eddie's definitely well versed in debate format. I'll give him that. I'll give him credit for that. I think what you're asking, you're doing something else here though. You're not asking for a debate with Eddie. You're just saying screw the debate. You're just giving an opinion saying that you find it absurd that anyone would believe those things, regardless of a debate. Because if even if Eddie debated you right now on Christianity and quote unquote won the debate, that still wouldn't change your opinion on what you're saying. Am I right or am I off?
No. Based on what you said, I would say you're correct. I don't see why there's any good reason that an adult that has the ability to apply logic and reason can believe in a made up fictional character that dictates the way they live their life and then the decisions they make and where they go in their afterlife. Like that is absolute. The more I do study and the more I do research, it's absolute nonsense. It's absolute fucking nonsense.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I've seen debates. Like, in fact, I'm probably one of the only atheists that thinks I'm being silly by saying that. I know that anybody that knows debate would agree that there was one debate that William Lane Craig took from Christopher Hitchens, but then Christopher Hitchens has also beaten or won a debate against him as well. But to me, that just by acknowledging that William Lane Craig won a debate doesn't necessarily convince me a God exists. It's just because you can grade whether or not a person wins a debate. It doesn't necessarily sway me into a different, debating. It doesn't necessarily change your opinion is what I'm trying to get at.
Right. And Eddie just posted another form of a fallacy or argument. I literally at this point, bro. And when I say bro, this is to you, Mike and Eddie. I don't give a fuck about that. I literally don't give a fuck. What I care about is us as humans being able to communicate, just human, just normal fucking goddamn every fucking day dialogue, and be able to talk and chat, and you make sense and I make sense and we chat without all the fucking goddamn fucking fallacies and I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick. I don't give a shit about that.
I understand, and I know for you, it's a lot more different because you believed for a long time as well. So you believed in that stuff, probably not like deeply, but I know you believed in it for so long. And then by the time you got into your 30s, you you started questioning all that stuff, and I know you hold a lot of that. There's resentment there against yourself. You're resenting it that you believed in it. Is that right? Is that like kind of how you feel?
Let's say that that's exactly where I stand right now. Let's pretend right now that's exactly where I stand. To Eddie's point, where he keeps straw man. I didn't even know what the fuck a straw man was until I was an atheist. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit, and that's what they do. That is exactly what apologists do. And I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that shit. And I'm never going to be down with that shit, because I want normal people to have normal conversations without all of the straw mans and the fallacies and blah blah blah. Let's talk about real goddamn fucking life without all these philosophical rules that are put in place. Because guess what? Philosophy doesn't answer anything. Philosophy doesn't cure anything. Philosophy doesn't do shit.
I understand where you're coming from and how you're frustrated. Let's peel it back a little bit. Let's go back. Let's say I get an opportunity to talk to a person like an Eddie or like somebody that's a believer. Let's say they believe in a God, and they have a keen interest in philosophy, or they use philosophy in their reasoning. They talk in that philosophical framing, and their rhetoric involves philosophy. What would be the best way for me to approach that conversation without getting frustrated? Because I don't believe, I might find it odd that they believe. How can we get into that conversation with one another with avoiding the fuck yous and suck my dicks?
Fuck you, suck my dick. The problem is, the problem is, if we're confronting somebody or approaching somebody that has the philosophical approach that we already know that Eddie has, like other than being blatantly upfront and I guess combative, I don't know there's another way to approach that, because he has his position.
Well, I look at it a little bit differently. Like if somebody is using a particular, methodology to frame their reasoning, they're entitled to that. So I'd have to concede to that. So if I'm talking to an Eddie who has come to an understanding that their belief system is structured on, like, who knows how long a person like Eddie has spent going through the rounds of thought process with philosophy to get them to convince themselves or be unconvinced of other things. Maybe like one of the conversations I had with Eddie recently was about the Trinity. And, a lot of Christians think that God is the three things and all that stuff. Well, Eddie doesn't accept that. He's agnostic to that position. Now, to me, he and I would be like on the same page to an extent. I might not use the term agnostic, but I definitely think it's illogical. The law of non-contradiction is at play there, right? So why can we agree on that particular thing but not others? I would be interested in exploring those things. So I tried a devil's advocate approach where I was talking to him from the position of the Trinity being true. And that way you can kind of pull from that person to find out why they may believe the things they do without getting into a heated argument. And it was actually kind of fun. Dan was laughing because he's like, I never heard you argue as a Christian before. To me, obviously. And I'm like, well, don't get it twisted, Dan, because and I think you and I have done stuff like that too in the past, Oz. We've done that where we've both been like arguing as Christians, and it's fun. Maybe it's fun when you do it with me because I'm not in that position and I'm not coming from anywhere where you consider it to be disingenuous or anything. But you have to kind of take it step by step with somebody and have patience. I think that's the key.
Yeah, and for the record, whether it's with you or even Eddie, like there's things that, yes, obviously Eddie and I will agree and disagree on, but uh what I refuse to, this is based on my research, Mike.
Mhm.
Outside of what you and I are talking about right now, and anything
Sure.
that even Eddie and I are talking about, based on the research that that I do on my own, the more and more I'm studying and I'm researching, the more of an anti-theist I'm becoming, and I find no good reason. I'm finding no good reason to believe in this shit because it does no good. It does no good. They
Okay. Look, hold right there for me, real quick. And your opinion may differ from mine. So, what do you define as anti-theism? If you call yourself an anti-theist, what do you?
well, first of all, I'm not there. I'm approaching.
No, sure, I understand, but like, if you were to become one, what's your position at that point?
I'm against any type of or organized. First of all, the first stance is any organized religion. Period.
Okay, so then if you meet me and I'm the same kind of guy I am now, personality wise, I move up to your city, and I just tell you I'm a Christian. How would you treat me?
Oh, just on that. Hey, I'm a Christian. Like, okay, whatever.
Okay, because I never understand. I don't really understand that anti-theism thing. I've never looked into it really, to be fair. But I know that there are people who identify as Christians, and then there are just hateful people, and they're on all sides of the fence. So I'm not immediately going to be anti something. Like the Christianity itself, I find to be illogical, and I don't understand personally why somebody that would get to a position of a certain intelligence level and still hold on to it, unless it's like geographical or indoctrination has played a role, maybe. Ethnic backgrounds. I know a lot of people like Hindus and Muslims, even when they change geographic locations, they still maintain it within their families. It's like, it's, to me, that I can stand it, even though I don't get why you would still want to believe in something like some of these doctors that you meet. You'll meet like a Muslim, heart surgeon. This guy is not a chump. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you really think the moon was split in half? You really do?
and Mike, I would say, as much as you and I have talked in the last 3-4 years, whatever it's been, you are closer to anti-theism than just based on my research, and I'm not pushing you into that category, but you understand, like, you do understand, even just based on our friendship, you understand the damage, the fucking damage, and the wreckage and the carnage that comes out of theism.
Well, one of the interesting statistics is wealth, and this is interesting because, like, the higher up the scale you go in how wealthy you are, the more atheistic and secular the individuals become. So if you look at like the demographics of like where the wealthy people are, they tend to be less religious and less There's less beliefs in monotheistic religions and so forth. So that's interesting too. But I don't. This part might not be fact. That this might be just my assumption here. But I think it might have a lot to do with like the whole hope thing. So like people in more poorer countries and you know what I mean. Where in fact, when I was at the what was it called, Woodford Park, I think in Atlanta with Just Jeff, when we were interviewing those folks getting faith healed. A lot of them say things they don't realize what they're saying, but it tells you a lot. Like one lady was telling me, a lot of these faith healings don't happen so much in America, but they happen a lot in third world countries. And I'm like, well, of course they do. Anyway, Oz, I think my battery is about to go, dude, but I appreciate the late or early morning stream, and Nate and I were really surprised that the earlier showing of this thing didn't go on, but we wanted to come in and say hi.
No, and I always, as always, dude, you're my dude. You're my dude. I'm up with you, and even when my internet cuts out, I'll jump back in. But I appreciate it, and this is where from the time you and I first started talking, I was the atheist asshole, and I was an asshole for this reason over here, right? I was an asshole for this reason over here because of this, and then I learned and I saw information and I learned and I learned it, and now I'm over here. Now I'm over here, and I'm learning more and more and more, fucking every day.
I think you're going to get there, Oz. It does take a lot, and the fact that you're openly trying to do the better, your better conference and things, even though there's room for improvement, and you're transparent about that. I think that is good. Don't sway from that. Continue to strive. I do want to make you can maybe comment on this too. So Eddie made an interesting point here, which I actually somewhat agree with, oddly enough. So I live in a heavily populated Christian area. It's like Christian is the main thing here, and it would be hypocritical of me to say that they're all horrible people, because they're absolutely not. These are my friends and people in my community, my colleagues and stuff. Most of my friends and family are Christians, and I love them, and they're good people, right? They're not bad people. They're not telling people they're going to go to hell. They're not condemning gay people. They just happen to have been brought up in a country that tells you, the Bible is true when you're young, and they're good people, though. Now, the few atheists that I have met around here are assholes. Sadly, in fact, Oz, the one, remember that one guy that was a dick at the skeptics thing last year? Remember
he actually was an asshole. He was a Christian. But,
yeah. No, not him, dude. The guy that came over to tell us to shush. Remember?
No, I don't remember that.
Okay, well, there was a dude that came over to tell us to shush. That guy, Don was telling me he's no longer a part of that group anymore because they did a background check and he was, a kitty fiddler. So these are atheists too. So yes, and the amount of idiots that are in the normalizing atheism group, just because by default you don't believe in a God does not mean you're a cool person or you're somebody that I'm going to get along with. You're just as prone to being an asshole as somebody that's a Christian or a Muslim. So to Eddie's point over here, You know, most atheists that he's met in person were very vindictive assholes. I wouldn't conclude that everybody, just like I was telling Aunt Jer earlier, not all men are bad, but it's highly likely that the atheists you bumped into are assholes, because I get the same thing. I unfortunately do bump into asshole atheists too. Oz being one of them when I first met him. But anyway, what's your last little thing here, Oz? Because I know we both got to jet off.
I'm done in that regard. I'm just like the Jesus is a myth thing. Like I know that's fun and everything. But I'm done conceding that, and I'm also done conceding that. Well, you know, just because Christianity yada yada doesn't mean all Christians. No, Christianity is Christianity. At the end of the fucking day, whether you want to say it or not, whether you want to tell everybody or not, we all go to hell. We all go to hell as atheists, as non-believers, as whatever. We go to fucking hell.
No, very good point. No, I don't. If you're talking about if we read the Bible verbatim type of thing, right?
Well,
but I don't. No, I agree. I do agree. Let me just get this point out. I agree, but my mother is like a soft Christian. She just thinks Jesus is true, but she doesn't even read. She hasn't even read the Bible. So it's like you got to appreciate that.
But we're not. But that's. I get that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. If I'm talking about, you can't treat everybody who claims that they believe in a deity the same, because some of them, in fact, what you can say is that they're a hypocrite for not being fundamental to their book. That's all you can say, is if they're nice, if they're a Christian that doesn't tell you that you're going to go to hell, then they're a hypocrite for not following their book.
Right.
But I don't want to say that because I don't care. Because as long as they're nice people to me, I could give two shits.
And this is where and Mike, this is where you have to help me. It's not just with Eddie. It's with others.
And by the way, Eddie, how is my understanding, or anybody's, whose understanding is correct? If it's false, how would your understanding trump John's understanding, or how does John's understanding trump
or how I was taught for years?
Well, because there are verses in there that, and also, you know, it says specific things, and they're like, no, that's wrong. It's context.
I'm so, and that's what I'm saying. I'm so Mike. That's what I'm saying. I'm so fucking sick of dealing with the progressives and the fundamentalists, and you guys all believe in the same goddamn motherfucking God and the same goddamn fucking book. It's not my problem. It's not my problem that you guys can't get this shit together. That's not my issue.
You know, I love that there's so many different flavors of Christians, because that just substantiates how ludicrous it is to me.
Well, I agree, but don't preach to me. Until you guys, I agree with you, Mike, but you don't get to preach to me. You don't get to say shit to me.
Who is the arbiter, Oz? Who's the arbiter of proper hermeneutics?
Fucking my nuts.
Well, I love you, dude. I gotta go. My phone is about to. Hey, but I would like to know why Eddie Kroom is always in some kind of YouTube drama in the chat with someone. Eddie Kroom.
I don't know.
Till next week. Love you, dude.
Love you.
If you fucking with me, oh, I'm
Who want the smoke? Who want the who want the smoke? Who want the smoke? Who want the smoke? Who want the who want the smoke?
I hear shots coming on the low from hoes I'm hiding. This attention is so flat. flattering, cause they admiring. Don't know what's on their mind, but it should be retirement. If the AARP or this AR get the firing back, they don't want smoke with me. The diamonds is choking me. They pussy need puffery. These bitches is 0-3, and they in the lower league, all in my ovaries. The frown on my shoulder, man. Tell me what hoe would think. I get the money. I am the king of New York, and I rock and saw and weave. Woo! I run it, I relay the wig. They talking, I'm taking their dance. I did not come here to make new friends, to burn the bridge, and I'm making amends. They don't want none. I say it again. They don't want none. I pray for their sins.
Boxing in the whip, I don't even smoke, but we do want the smoke.